Hey, what's up everyone? Danny and Alex. In this next tutorial, we want to talk about some different combinations. 3-punch, 4, 5, 6, 7, and even 8-punch combinations you can use training your boxing techniques. All right, so check it out. All right, guys, so we're going to talk about some punching combinations. The first one is a 3-punch combination, a very basic one, but I'm going to tell you exactly when to use it. All right, so a lot of times when you're sparring, you might throw a jab to set up the pace, all right, maybe again, and then maybe a jab cross here, all right? So when I use the focus mitts, I'm always trying to train it as if we were fighting or sparring, all right? So I don't want to just hit the pads for a cardio workout. For the cardio, you're going to be using the shadow boxing or the heavy bag, right? On the focus mitts, it's more of a workout to actually have a trainer in front of you, guide you, and replicate the sparring you're going to be doing so you don't make any mistakes, all right? So when I throw the 1-2, a lot of times that's when the opponent's going to counter back. So after the cross, that's the power hand, that's when I come in and I answer, right? That's very typical. So now what we're going to train is throwing the jab to put the opponent back on defensive mode, all right? So as he throws the 1-2 and the jab comes back in, I'm forced to either block or dodge that third punch, all right? And the jab is a great punch because not only will it put your opponent on the defensive, but it's also going to put you back into balance, all right? So after the cross, your body has rotated forward and you shifted your balance to the lead foot. When you return with a left jab, it puts everything back into reset mode, all right? So that's why I like this combination. So it's 3 straight punches, 3 straight lines, very basic to do. So jab, cross, jab, boom, boom, boom. And then we want to step back out afterwards because the jab is being used to put us back into place, but also to gain that range, to actually get out of punching range, all right, or counter range. So 1-2-1, and then he's back out, all right? So again, bum, 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 and then he's back out. So even if I took a half step forward to try to counter, he should be taking a full step back to remove himself from the range. And then he's out. So that's the first combination we want to talk about is the jab, cross, jab. All right, secondly, we're going to talk about doubling up, all right? So when I talk about double jabs, there's 2 things, right? Sometimes I like to call it, just for terminology, double jab. And that's just like flicking a jab out twice, like this. All right, so double jab, kind of like keep 2 jabs in the way so you can get some reactions, all right? But then I'll say jab, jab. So basically, that's 2 jabs. It's not just flicking your jab out twice, it's pushing the jab out in twice, all right? So we need a step with this, all right? So just like we talked about the footwork in previous videos, I want him to take a lead step with his jab, boom, and then another one to get his second jab in, all right? So basically you're here and it's a 1-1, all right? So every time you step with your jab, you want to gain and cover that range, that distance, all right? So you don't want to just flick the jab in static position. You want to step once, step twice. All right, so as he trains his jab, I want to actually, being the good pad holder, move a little bit. So let's back out just slightly here and we go double jab, step, step. All right, so in reality, if I had my hands up here with boxing gloves and he jabs once, that makes me cover here, and then he jabs twice, that makes me back out, right? Or it's going to have me fighting on my heels, on the back foot. And that's great because that's what's going to be able to help you land the right hand. Okay, so to train it, always make sure you don't just flick out twice. It's not a double jab, it's jabbing, jabbing, all right? So stepping, stepping, all right? This is a good way to train this. So step, step. So now when you hold the mitts for maybe a training partner or someone, one of your students, always force them to step forward because if he just flicks the jab twice, the second jab should miss because he didn't use his feet, all right? So we want to step it in, bam, bam. And of course, you can even train it with a triple jab, all right? So 3 jabs, basically 1, 2, and 3. See how I back out my mitt? So here, 1, 2, and 3, all right? So he has to chase me down with 3 jabs, all right? So this is another way to practice your combinations, to force the jab, force the opponent on the back foot so you can land some power shots. All right, the next one, we're going back to a 3-punch combo. We're gonna use a basic 1-2-3, also known as the jab cross hook. All right, so here, left, right, left. Okay, this is a classic combination, 3-punch combo that everyone trains. But now, a lot of times, is to put into fighting training is after the hook, which is the power punch once again, I'm gonna be answering back. All right, so if I threw a jab, for example, after the jab cross hook, he doesn't wanna be there to being hit with the jab or the cross. So I'm gonna have him practice stepping out after his combo. Because the hook is a shorter punch, he has to step it in. So he's going to be stepping in with the 1, 2, 3, but then I want him to step out after that hook. So it looks like this. pam, 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 and then he's out of there. Again, pam, 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 and then he should be out. Pam, 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 boom, okay? Now, sometimes stepping out is not an option. Maybe you're against the ropes, for example. So now I want him to duck down. It's called a sit. So after the jab cross hook, now he's gonna sit, see? Now, once again, pam, 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 stay low. Again, pam, 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 stay low. Okay, now, maybe I threw the right hand. So I want him to practice moving out on an angle. So 1, 2, 3 here, and now I threw the right hand, he has to step away out of range, right? He created an angle for himself. So once again, 1, 2, 3, and as I come back here, he's out of there, all right? So now, practice your jab cross hooks with different methods for making the opponent miss, right? So the first one, stepping out, he's out of there. Second one, stepping down, see, he ducks down. And third one, always using angles, so that way if you're being chased down or you're against the ropes, you can get out of the corner. All right, the next one is the longer punch combinations. All right, so basically we're gonna go jab, cross, hook once again, but now instead of moving his feet, he's gonna put me on the defensive using a jab to move himself out. All right, so it's basically, it's 1, 2, 3 on the inside, but as he moves out, he throws that defensive jab, and then he's gonna counter back. All right, so look, 1, 2, 3, steps it out, and then 1, 2 to counter back. This is a good combination to use. All right, so an example, if I was sparring with Alex, he goes 1, 2, 3 here, and makes me cover. Now, when I want to retaliate, that's when he throws the jab, keeps me on my toes, and then 1, 2 as the counter. That's the power shot, right? So if we practice this, it looks like this. All right, one more time. So notice how he moves in with the 1, 2, 3, how he moves back with the jab and then resets his position to throw a grounded, well-placed stance into the jab cross. Okay, next we're gonna look at a 5-punch combo. So basically, what we're gonna use is the jab cross hook again. That's 3 punches and then cross hook again here, right? That's your 5-punch combo. This is a good one to use. Why? Because 1, 2, 3s are classic combinations. Now you add the right hand, left hook, and people don't expect this, all right? So look again. All right, so this is how we train in full speed. All right, so now slow motion, your right follows with the hook, and then right hook again, right? So one more time, jab, cross, hook, okay? And that's another really good combination to practice on a focus mitts. All right, next up, we're gonna look at a 7-punch combination, all right, just to confuse you guys. All right, so here we go. Slow motion, we're gonna go with a jab, cross, but instead of a hook, we're gonna throw a lead uppercut to change the pace, then a right hand, and then we're gonna go hook, uppercut, hook. All right, so if we go a little bit more smooth, it looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's your 7-punch combo. All right, so of course, this is not the only 7-punch combinations you can use, just an example, but things to give you ideas how to train them. All right, so a little bit more smooth. Pum, 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 pum. One more time. Pum, 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 pum. And that's your 7-punch combination. All right, guys, we're gonna look at an 8-punch combination. All right, so look. We're gonna throw 4 punches using the uppercuts, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. From here, we're gonna go upstairs and throw headshots 4 times. So right hand, left hook, right hand, left hook. So one more time, slow motion, look. Right uppercut, left, right, left uppercuts, and then we go right hand, left hook once again. Okay, so look, in reality, maybe I'm infighting with Alex, and he goes with his uppercut. See, uppercut, uppercut, uppercut. And then from here, he pushes me back with the straight punches upstairs. Okay, so on the focus mitts, this is what it's gonna look like slow motion first. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then upstairs, 4 count. Okay, so one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So notice the 4 uppercuts first, and then straight punch with the hooks upstairs. All right, the next one's gonna be a little bit more complicated and longer for you guys, but pay attention, all right? So sometimes we'll throw in some drills to mimic a little bit of the sparring situation where you wanna go punching combinations or offensive, and then also the defensive techniques using your footwork, okay? Because in sparring, someone's gonna hit you back, all right? So instead of always just blocking, staying in the middle, you wanna be able to move your feet to one side or angle to the opposite side. Here's an example, all right? So he's gonna go jab, and then I want him to step out, because in reality, if I jabbed him back, he shouldn't be there, all right? So once again, jab, and then step out. Now, as he stepped out and he made me miss, he wants to return the favor. So now he's gonna come back in with a 1, 2, okay? Now, as I step for maybe a counterattack, he wants to step to the side. See, he moved out of the range. And now from here, I'll have him throw a combination. So for example, we'll use the cross, uppercut, cross from here. Now if I answer back, he moves to this side. That's your angle steps, all right? And now from here, jab, jab, cross. Okay, now he's gonna move here, and then we're gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2, and then step back out, all right? So this is a long combination. One example of how you can train the focus mitts to replicate sparring situations when someone's in front of you. So it's go offense to defense, offense to defense, offense to defense. Really important drills to practice, all right? So let's go again. Jab, defensive, 1, 2. Defensive on the outside. Combo, defensive on this side. Offense, defense, and back to your defense, all right? So if we put this all together, bam, boom, bam, bam, step out. Up, 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 step on an angle, pam, 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 step out, 1, 2, 1, 2, step out again. All right. One example of training focus mitts on a more advanced level to practice offensive with defensive footwork. All right, let's go back to some simple stuff using a roll. So this time, instead of moving to the side, we're gonna move underneath punches. Okay, so let's go back to our jab cross hook. We're gonna go left, right hook, and now I'm gonna throw this hook. He's gonna loop underneath and return with a counter. So this way, he's staying static, always in punching range, but using his weaving methods or his rolling to counter punch, all right? So 1, 2, 3, and another 3. Okay, so jab, cross, hook, roll out into a hook. 1, 2, 3, roll out into a hook. So in reality, he throws the 1, 2, 3, I'm covering here, right? Now I answer back, and look, boom. Now I could look like this too. 1, 2, he throws the hook, I roll here, I counter back, he rolls out, and then he catches me again. All right, these are just examples of situations where you want to visualize when you train it. Okay, so on the pads one more time. 1, 2, 3, roll, hook. Okay, now we can also use the roll on the opposite side. So this time we're going to go 1, 2, and now he's going to roll on this side, and look, that places him in position for his right hand once again. So 1, 2, roll, hook. All right, so maybe he sparred with me, goes 1, 2. As I covered here, now I want to counter back. He rolls and he catches me here. Maybe another situation is this. I parry, I slip, and as I hook, and then he crosses back, right? Just a little bit of give you context into what we're practicing. So one more time on the mitts. Boom, bum. Again. And last time. All right, so another one we can practice using our rolls, but this time with combinations. We can go 1, 2, maybe left uppercut. Now he rolls to this side, and now 2 punch counter to answer back. All right, so one more time. 1, 2, up, roll, boom, boom, hook cross. Once more. A little bit faster. And that is another method to practice your rolling methods. Now, speaking of the rolling method, sometimes without even using your punching combinations or punching, hitting on the mitts, you can just use movement, all right? So as a trainer now, I'm gonna replicate him going underneath my looping punches or my hooks, all right? But I want him to roll, but also change the angle, all right? So he doesn't wanna just stay in front of me and just keep on rolling, because eventually he's gonna get caught with a shot. So now if I have him change his angle now, as he rolls under and away, now he's away from any incoming shots. So you roll out of the first punch, and you can prevent the second, third, or even fourth punch afterwards, okay? So look, to practice this, we just get this movement drill, okay? So one more time here. See, notice how he takes a step, and then he rolls under, but also changes the angle. Now, if we go in this direction, it's gonna be the same thing. He's gonna roll, but also change the direction so he's not in front of my line of fire. So here, boom. One more time, here. And then we can practice. Now he doesn't know which side I'm coming. So once, boom. And then we keep on going like this during the mitt work. All right, next up, we're gonna use the cover. So a lot of times he's gonna cover with his lead hand. So maybe I threw a right hand here, he covers. But now he wants to come back and answer downstairs. So he's gonna go cover here. Now change the levels and hit me to the body once, twice. As he comes back upstairs, boom, boom, twice upstairs as well. So I'm gonna go right body shot, left body shot, right hand to the head, left hook to the head, okay? So look, slowly once again, 1, now he goes here, then he comes back upstairs and finalizes his 2 punch combo upstairs. All right, so 4 punch in total. So here, look, cover, and then body, body, then upstairs, upstairs. All right, so look, if I was standing here and I attacked him, boom, look, catches me here once, twice, then resets once, twice. All right, so go right, left, right, left. that's a good combination to practice as well. All right, the last one for this tutorial, we're going to show you all lefts. All right, so a lot of times we practice same punching, same side, same hand, right? So that way there, you get to train your left side. The left side is something we're going to train a lot because that's your lead side. And that's the side you need to build a lot of shoulder endurance because that's the side you're going to be using mostly. So in reality, if you were to fight, let's say a 3-round fight for amateur boxing, for example, there's a big chance you're going to be at least doubling up your left punches in regards to your right, all right? So maybe like because of the double jabs, the left hooks and whatnot. A lot of times, if you look at the scorecard or the punch stats, there's going to be at least double, sometimes even triple the amount of left punches or lead side punches than your strong side. All right, so that we want to train that endurance a lot. So one way to train it is only left side. Let's do a solo first. I'm going to throw our left jab, reload into a uppercut, reload into a hook, and then we're going to roll and then hook and then jab again. All right, so if we put that together, look, jab, up, hook, weave, hook, jab. All right, so just to train that lead shoulder. Okay, one more time solo. So we go boom, 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 out, boom, boom. All right, so on the pads, same thing. Look, we go jab, up, hook, he rolls, and then hooks and jabs out. Okay, one more time. Jab, up, hook, roll out, boom, bam. All right, so one more time solo. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 punches. So there you have it, guys. So all lefts. All right, guys, so there you have it. Another boxing tutorial for your boxing sessions. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave us a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe if you are new to our channel. We'll see you
in the next video.
Take care.